Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to go over the 6 things that make people lose respect for you. Make sure to watch each one of them so people will never lose respect for you. Respect is one of the things in life where it must be earned through everyone's actions. You are probably being taught that in order to gain respect, you must first give respect. That is true to some degree. However, sometimes in your life, you may find yourself doing things that may affect the level of respect people have for you. And this exact moment you lose respect for someone is often the moment when everything changes for the worse. The moment where someone stands there looking at you, thinking he or she knew you well or admired and trusted you, but now still can't believe that you turned out to be the person you promised you were never going to be, could be a very depressing moment. Working with people who don't respect you will cause them to question every decision you make and keep one eye on the door as they keep looking for another person to work with. The same principle applies to people you would like to build a relationship with. If they do not respect you, they will look for other people to hang out with. That is why you need to know the things to avoid and how to handle certain situations without losing respect. Here are 6 things that make people lose respect for you. Number 1. Talking negatively. People often talk about unpleasant events during conversations, such as crime, disasters, or failures. People usually are continually looking for people with a positive and successful mindset in the cutthroat, competitive world of today. Nowadays, people are more likely to be alone and depressed as everyone is busy in their lives and no one has time for anyone to share and care. So in such circumstances, if someone finds somebody reliable to share their inner feelings, one should try to listen to them and provide them with relevant solutions if possible. But generally, people do not listen to anyone completely with patience and in the midway only start talking about all negative things and become greatest demotivators who dampen the spirit of others, worsen their situation, restrict them to deal with their problem, and above all, become a barrier in accomplishing their goals. This negative approach of the majority crowd in the present scenario drives disrespect for themselves. Number 2. Bragging too much. It's natural for people to be proud of their accomplishments and to share the joy with their family and friends. However, a person who overdoes it often loses their respect from other people. Even if it's okay to talk about these things, it should be done in a way that doesn't make others feel insignificant. If you treat your friendships as competitors or use your success to tear down others, you will likely end up with more enemies than friends. In general, it is not a good idea to talk about your accomplishments right away when meeting someone for the first time, unless they have specifically asked you to do so. Keep in mind, it's okay to feel happy when you seem to be going well, and to be proud when you achieve your goals. However, if you are prone to bragging, you run the risk of driving away your friends and making people hesitate before speaking to you. Number 3. Not being reliable. Being reliable is one of the most valued traits in a person. Putting it simply, being reliable means that you will follow through on your promises. Generally speaking, a person we can trust with the bigger things is one who is willing to follow through in the little things. We often talk to family and friends about the common plans we have for the future. However, not following through with these plans, whether they are big or small things, can often affect the respect people have for you. You are sort of held accountable for carrying out your plans in the moment of telling others about them. People will start to think you are only talking without doing anything if you sleep on these plans too long, despite mentioning them many times. You may find in the long run that people disregard what you tell them because they believe there will be no action following through. As a result, their respect for you will gradually diminish. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. Blaming other people for your mistakes. Blaming others sometimes gives us an excuse to hurt other people or act in ways that we wouldn't normally do. By putting blame on someone else, you can reduce your mind's natural inhibitions to act in an unsocially acceptable way by justifying your actions to yourself. By placing blame on others, you can create a pattern of thinking that allows you to act in ways you otherwise wouldn't. When you play the blame game, you're losing out on the opportunity for personal development, and people are starting to lose respect for you. People appreciate and respect others who can take responsibility for their own actions and experience. When you put others under the bus, you come across as irresponsible and petty. Opportunities for leadership go to people who are accountable and who can elevate others rather than tear them down. Number 5. Apologizing for everything. Over-apologizing or excessively saying sorry when you don't need to is a bad habit that can undermine your authority and, more importantly, it hurts your self-esteem. In addition to being unnecessary, over-apologizing can be annoying, especially for things that are out of your control. You should try rephrasing things rather than always saying sorry. Instead of apologizing for being late, thank your boss for their patience. If you missed a deadline at work, it was because you were waiting for someone else. When someone makes an unreasonable request for your time, instead of apologizing, say, "No, I'm not able to do that." You should learn how to push back when people request unreasonable amounts of your time. You should never apologize for something that wasn't your fault. What's done is done, and throwing the other person under the bus won't do any good either. When you're wrong, say you're wrong. Be honest with your actions, but don't try to please everybody by constantly saying sorry. Overdoing your apologies can damage your reputation by devaluing your words, and people may start to lose respect for you. Number 6. Assuming negative intent in everything.
Would Brie Larson work out? Like, hypothetically, would I at some point? Is that like a personal attack or something? Or is that a request? Do you think I should?
Hostile attribution of intent is the tendency to interpret others' behaviors as having hostile intent, even when the behavior is ambiguous or benign. When a person with high levels of hostile attribution bias sees two people laughing, they might interpret this behavior as two people laughing at them, even when the two people in question aren't laughing at them. While occasional hostile attribution bias is normal, researchers have found that individuals who exhibit consistent and high levels of hostile attribution bias are more likely to engage in aggressive behavior towards others. And that is why people can immediately lose respect for you. Generally speaking, relationships that are formed, flourished, and survived over the years are the ones with no negative intent assumptions, but on the positive one. Human interactions must be had, without assuming they have a hidden agenda or are attacking us or negatively questioning our decisions. Your body language and silence can still convey your offended feelings, even if you don't verbalize them. As a result, you might find that others pull away from you. Now we have a question for you. What is the thing that causes you to lose respect for others? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to learn more about yourself and understand other people better. Check out our other videos. Take care.